You serious? Man, I really am losing respect for global news right now. Global news, March 22nd. NDP bleeding support to Liberals. Political strategist says as Canada election nears. And this lady is called Rachel Siegel. I looked up who she was on Google and I found, I think, her own website, which I don't see the specialist part, including in the comments of this video. I also hear a lot of nonsense, like as if she is, not objective in her comments. Like saying things like Pierre Poilievre, she believes what he's saying. Pierre Poilievre says he's saying his new strategy to his cult members is, look, they're going to do exactly what I said I would do. Well, no offense. Even if you said you would do these things, first of all, you don't add details like they do when you say you're going to do it. Second of all, you don't have the ability to work in a team. In fact, that's one of the criteria to be in the Conservative Party. You must be a bad team player. You must, backstab and turn on each other. But the level of connections he's making, Mark Carney, she should know this as a political strategist. And again, she's saying that Poilievre, and I already commented on this in Lessons on Democracy number 70, he's already way beyond the political skill sets of Poilievre at his best. Okay, and again, it's ridiculous. She says that she's sowing doubt, like, oh yeah, it might be voted in, but the Liberals might choose somebody else. I don't think they would choose somebody else. That'd be a ridiculous thing to do. He's got strengths that are apparent to non-specialists to be good at this time. Now, the strengths aren't about a degree in economics as much as right now they are people skill. They are the ability to have an adult conversation, which Pierre Poilievre cannot do, make agreements, and stick to agreements. Yes, you need that. And by the way, in 10 years, let's say, or 5 years, or whenever, I'm not saying how long he would be in power, Mark Carney, if he's voted in. But I would say that I think a lot of people would be happy with him that used to hate Trudeau. And they would say something as ridiculous. See, it's good we got rid of Trudeau. Well, first of all, Trudeau resigned because his hands were tied because of your nonsense, okay? Now, it was actually Trudeau that tried to recruit the new guy you like. Are you going to say, we're sorry, Trudeau, you did kind of eventually resign, even though, you are like all of us, and you wanted to keep doing your best and show you had the energy and the passion, and you did. But again, it's a broken system. Everything's a broken system, and people don't realize that when they say this politician's good, this politician's bad, without really making arguments about why. I mean, the system's broken. The system includes economics. It has nothing to do with being a public servant. But when it comes to Pierre Poilievre, come on, man. It's like he's got maybe 10% of the skill sets that Carney has. And he's not interested in learning more than that. He's reached his peak of skill sets after 10 years, pretty much. Now he's just going to get more bitter and angry and deceitful and corrupted behind closed doors. So Carney has been doing so much work already. Can you imagine Pierre Poilievre actually traveling to meet other leaders around the world and talking to them the way he talks to the journalists that he's afraid will ask a good question? Carney's not afraid of journalists, but he'll also shut down something that, is negative, let's say, or counterproductive, or he's already answered and he knows he's already answered in a way that made the news for Canada. Should he really be asked this again? Is there journalistic integrity to be asked the same question again? Because really, there's no objectivity to that journalist who should know that's been asked, that's been answered. So this lady, I tell you, I mean, I'm not even finished watching this video, but I wonder if she's friends with the interviewer here. Interviewer interviewing, they needed a 6-minute video and they got together and they did this. And there's nothing. Here's my comment. I wrote this. I wrote, no offense, but This is the least sounding political strategist that I have heard from as a so called specialist in a long time. Was it because of the generic questions that she was asked? Or is it because a larger percentage of Canadians now seem to know as much as she does? Pensez-y.